What I have for you guys here today is this magical little device made by iFi, which already means you're going to get the quality. But what else does it deliver? And the other person on the other end of the call will be able to hear you much better. So how convenient that it actually comes with the microphone. Stay tuned. You're going to want to see this video. What's up, everybody? This is David M, the Polish Potato, with the review of the iFi Go Blue. Check this out. If you do decide to buy this device as the result of watching this video, please do it through the link in the description, because it doesn't make any difference to you. The price is exactly the same for you, but it does make a difference for me and for the development of this channel. I get a tiny little kickback because it is my Amazon affiliate link. Thank you so much. It's so tiny, it's so portable, it looks beautiful. Of course, we don't have to agree on that last one, but I like it. It looks high-end-ish to me, at least. And if you're wondering about the size comparison, this is my beloved iFi Hip DAC 2. Look at the size difference of these things. So if you're wondering what is the next portable device you should be eyeing for purchase, that's definitely it. And I'm going to tell you all about why, starting with the sound quality. This is iFi. You can trust it at this point. I have not had a product from iFi that I would say, it doesn't sound good. That means they are maintaining the sound quality at the highest possible level. They are very careful about what is under the hood of these devices, and whatever they put in there really works well. So this one, just like many of their other devices, sounds very neutral, but it also has a mode that enhances your bass. It's called X bass. And then it has a mode that enhances your sound stage. And then it has a mode that enhances both at the same time. So if you have your favorite IEMs or headphones that are not quite there with the bass, and they're not quite there with the soundstage, you always felt like they could be a little better, hit those buttons on this device, and I'll show you how exactly in a second, and then you'll be right there. Of course, if you connect really poor quality IEMs or headphones, there's not going to be any miracles. This device is not a miracle device. It ensures that the sound quality is at the highest possible level, but of course, the way your headphones or IEMs sound is built into that endpoint device, the IEMs or the headphones. So this won't turn your crappy equipment into amazing equipment, but it will make sure you're getting the best out of your good equipment or your favorite equipment already. And of course, if you want to stay portable, those are its strongest features, the size, and that there's only one cable because this is a Bluetooth device. So, your phone or anything you use to deliver the music into it connects to it wirelessly. And then you connect your IEMs or headphones right into one of these here. And this little dial happens to be perfectly positioned. So if you're holding it like this, you can just operate it with just 2 fingers. It's not smooth. It has tiny little bit of clicks. So, but with this form factor, I'm not surprised. I think it's actually good design that it's clicking, because it would be way too easy to make huge adjustments because of the device's size. And this way you can just go step by step and adjust the sound level pretty accurately anyway. And I love how all of this plays together. Very convenient, yes, absolutely. And therefore, we already talked about the ergonomics. The ergonomics part is that this is perfect size. It fits into in between your fingers, not even into your palm, because it gets lost in your palm. It's so small. So you can hold it like this. And guess what? It comes with this little dial here. Close up again. The rest of ergonomics is there's a button on one side to turn it on. And there's a button here that you press to operate all these functions that I just mentioned, X bass and enhancing the sound stage and then merging them together and then going back to default with no X bass and no sound stage enhancement at all. And now going into the aesthetics, also mentioned already, this is a beaut. This is a beautiful looking device if you're a classic sound guy. It has this sort of brushed aluminum look but with a brownish tone. And that kind of reminds me of just like all kinds of classical music devices, the way they looked, it brings back some memories. This is like this, it's got this like copper-ish tone in the color, both for the buttons and the dial. Everything is just consistently beautifully designed. It really works for me. Of course, it's not going to be for everybody. I don't expect all of you guys to love it. But if you're on the same page with me, leave a comment. If you're not on the same page with me, you can also leave a comment and tell me why you don't like it. But because aesthetics is the area that's always subjective, we all have our preferences and tastes, and you can't debate that. So just tell me in the comments how this works for you and whether this hits your preference 100%, or would you prefer this to look different? Maybe iFi will listen and come up with different versions of that in the future. You don't know that. Anyway, part of it is what it looks like with IEMs or headphones connected. So I'm using the 4.4 millimeter port. There are two, 3.5 and 4.4. And once you get this connected to your IEMs, again, the size will come into play. This is it. Look how small it is even compared to the size of, these are pretty beefy. I wouldn't say they are regular IEMs, but most of them will have similar size. So now a little bit about what's actually sitting under the hood and what's responsible for delivering this pristine signal. This is actually an adjective that iFi uses on their website, pristine, because they guarantee professional performance of this device. There's a CS43131 chip sitting inside, and that's already a good sign. But iFi also makes sure that the hi-fi circuitry is with separate Bluetooth, DAC, and amp stages. Separating those inputs makes sure that you can deliver even cleaner, even clearer, even more beautiful sounding signal. And that's exactly what they're doing. The goal here is to make sure that every sound is reproduced exactly the way the artist intended. Of course, a lot depends on what kind of quality you're sending in to this device through the Bluetooth. But once you make sure that you're sending in good signal, it's going to get processed in the best possible way. This is the trust you can put in the brand. And at this point, I should probably say that they don't pay me. They do send me these devices for testing. That's all. I have to return them after a month or so. And that's all my compensation, that I get the time to spend with these devices, to experience them and to listen to them. So other than that, there is no other reward for me. And I do deliver completely my own opinion about these products. And now, if you're still watching, one more killer feature that a lot of other equipment doesn't even consider, other equipment of this kind. It comes with a microphone. So yes, once you're connected wirelessly through Bluetooth to your smartphone or anything else that can process sound and make phone calls, you can actually use this, get it a little closer to your mouth and speak to it. If you have, let's say, wireless earbuds, the microphones are here in your ears. So somehow the algorithm has to figure out the way from here to here, how to process this sound. With this device, this is the microphone right here on the bottom of it. So you can just hold it like this and talk to it. And I'm going to demonstrate in a second how this really sounds. And the other person on the other end of the call will be able to hear you much better. So how convenient that it actually comes with the microphone. You're sitting there listening to your favorite music. You're getting a phone call. You don't have to change anything. You just answer it on the phone and talk to this. And then you can put your phone away, put it back in your pocket or whatever. This is still connected to your ears through the cable for the IEMs or your headphones, and you're talking to a microphone. I think this is a really nice feature. I wish more devices were using it. So a lot of points here to iFi for incorporating this, thinking about how people really use this in their daily life instead of just focusing on the fantastic music quality. So now for the demo of what that microphone can actually do, switching to it right now. And as I bring it closer to my mouth, you guys will have a proof that I'm actually using this microphone on this device. This is what it sounds like in studio conditions. And of course, it wouldn't be the Polish Potatoes channel if we didn't go out to the field and show you guys what it sounds like in a little more difficult conditions. All right, guys, here we are for the standard David M microphone test that I always perform with the wireless earbuds. And today we are performing it with this wireless Wi-Fi device, the Go Blue. Right now I'm sitting in a car idling on the side of the road, so the sonic environment around me is still pretty easy for a device like this to resolve in terms of picking my voice through the microphone and processing it and recording it on the iPhone right now. For a quick proof that the sound you're hearing is actually coming from this microphone, listen to how it changes when I move it away from my mouth in the direction, and now that I bring it back in, it should be much louder. So this clearly illustrates that it's actually coming from this device. And right now, to make it a little more difficult for the algorithm sitting in here and the microphone sitting in here, we're going to start driving, and therefore we're going to introduce a whole new bunch of noises, like the engine noise, like the wind noise coming through the open fully window today, because of course I picked the hottest day of the year to do this test. It's over 90 degrees on the east coast of the United States today. It's late June. And why I'm doing it this way is for consistency, because there's a lot of other tests performed in exactly the same conditions, driving 50 mile an hour on local roads with wireless earbuds. So now you guys can go to other videos and compare the audio quality coming out of this device to the best performing earbuds. But also, I do have a little more for you today. Just for comparison, I'm also going to perform this test speaking to a little bit of a higher quality microphone, driving exactly 50 miles an hour with fully open windows so that the conditions are the same. This here is the Zoom H1N that I used many times in my life before, and I know that it places very high in quality tests against anything, basically. So just for comparison, you can hear the difference. Back from the field test, does the sound for the phone calls rival the best other devices you ever heard or higher end quality microphones? Probably not, but also that is not the main feature of this device, not its main function. It's just added there for additional functionality. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this review. I hope it lets you make an educated decision if you decide to purchase this bad boy. And if you do, please use my links. Thank you so much. Till the next video.